Hi everyone, I'm Derek Shaky with the Collector Car Network. Thank you for tuning in. If you've seen our video reviews on our channel before, you'll know that they typically cover new vehicles. Manufacturers send us their new vehicles, we drive them for a few days, and we give you our driving impressions. But today, we're doing something very different. We're going to be reviewing these resto mods in two separate vehicles. These vehicles you see right behind me. Before we get started, I just want to thank Velocity Restorations, which gave us access to two of their impressive, handsome builds here. I also want to thank Wright Toyota, one of their dealers right here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So this video is going to focus on this 72 Chevy K5 Blazer. In a separate video, we're going to get into this 1966 Ford Bronco. So stay tuned for that one. All right, so the 72 K5 Blazer from Velocity Restorations. Before I get into all the details on this, I just want to give you a very brief history lesson on the Blazer. So the very first generation of this ran from 69 to 72. This 72, of course, comes from the very final model year. And as you can see, it combines that old school SUV look and ruggedness with a lot of modern updates inside and out. And this Blazer, in a couple of ways, is connected to the Corvette. So I'll get into those as we go through this review. A lot of old school four-wheel drive SUVs live very hard lives. A lot of them have been driven into the ground, used up and discarded. You know, they rust out. They don't lead easy lives. And that's one of the beautiful things about this particular Blazer. This is from the Signature Series from Velocity Restorations. They use a new frame from a place called Roadster Shop, and the particular frame they use for the Blazer is specific to Velocity Restorations. And everything around that is updated as well. So you've got a Dana 44 axle up front with worn locking hubs. You've got a Dana 60 at the rear with track lock. You've got Fox coilovers at all four corners, so that's an upgrade from leaf springs of the past. And then the 18-inch bullet hole style wheels on the sides are wrapped in 35-inch BF Goodrich all-terrain tires. And behind those wheels is another major upgrade. You've got Willwood disc brakes at all four corners, and those are connected to a Hydro Boost braking system. Now, if you're a little distracted from what I'm saying by the paint, that's okay, because this is a very eye-catching shade. This is called War Bonnet Yellow, and all of you vintage Corvette fans out there probably know what I'm talking about. War Bonnet Yellow is a color that Chevy offered on the 71 and 72 Corvette, and Velocity Restorations made the wise choice to use it on this Blazer. It definitely gets your attention, and it's got shades of yellow, shades of gold, shades of mustard. It's pretty dynamic, and it definitely stands out, especially over the frost white lower body paint there. And as you can see, this is somewhat of an open top model, but you can add a hard top to this. If I were to buy one of these and do that, I would definitely go with frost white just to coordinate with the lower body color. Now, as I mentioned, all around and inside this vehicle are modern updates, but as you can see on the outside, those are mixed with some classic touches. So for instance, you do have LED headlights, but right here you got old school, chrome bumpers and chrome trim as well. And then on the sides, you've got these old school stock style mirrors, manual, of course. And then up top here, you have this family style roll cage that Velocity installed, and it has up top here what they call a safari top. So it keeps the sun directly off of you. Of course, you're exposed from the sides, but I've been driving this for a while, and this blocks out the sun directly overhead very well, doesn't let it leak through. And then, for your convenience and to get up into this very high cabin, you have these power deploying side steps. And then when the windows are up, you have new glass and seals as well, so thoroughly updated from front to rear and inside, of course, which I'll get into in a little bit. Right here under the hood, you've got the other thing that connects this Blazer to the Corvette, LT1. This is a 6.2 liter LT1 V8 from Chevrolet Performance, pumps out 455 horsepower through a 10R80 10-speed automatic and a dual range transfer case with a twin stick shifter. I'll be sure to show you more about that once we get to the interior. So what's very interesting under here is not only the Hydro Boost braking, the engine, but look at these hood hinges. I mean, they're just beautiful, sturdy, heavy duty, very eye-catching. I mean, they're like pieces of art under here. I really love these. If you love the outside of this Blazer, I've got good news, because there's more War Bonnet Yellow on the doors and the dashboard, but that's tempered by a lot of black. So you got the black dash pad, this textured trim around the Dakota digital gauges, on the glove box door as well, and then the center console with dual cup holders, and then you've got these low back black leather bucket seats and a bench in the back as well. And as I mentioned before, there's a lot of modern updates on the outside and of course on the inside that makes this a very pleasant place to be. So right here, this beautiful, I love this steering wheel, this really thin rimmed, wood rimmed steering wheel with this bright center here. Then of course you got the old school column shifter. You've got modern gauges that look old school. Like I said before, these are Dakota digital gauges, and you've got different readouts here. It's not just dummy lights. So you got oil pressure, fuel, battery, temperature, all that kind of stuff. And I'm especially grateful for this feature, and I'm sure you will be as well, especially in the summer. This is a vintage air AC system, so just keep it cranked, especially because even though this blocks out a lot of sun, you know, when you got the most of the sides missing for this kind of open air cruising, you know, the warm air gets in, so this is a nice touch to have. In the bottom here, you've got this Alpine touchscreen head unit, and then you've got a focal or focal, however you pronounce it, audio system as well. And this is a very interesting touch. So not only do you have a modern engine, you have a modern transmission, but you have this really cool twin stick setup for the transfer case. So you can do 4 high, 4 low, engage both axles, you know, the usual. But you can also control each axle independently, the gearing for them. So if you want low range gearing just on the rear axle, you can do that. You just have to manipulate these levers the right way, and you can set it up like that. Very interesting stuff. There's another interesting feature in here that it might be a little deceptive. So you've got these very modern skeletonized lightweighted door handles, but then you have these window cranks, and that's a bit misleading because when I say window crank, you might be thinking manual windows. No, these look old school, but they actually control power windows, just like on the Bronco. All right, we're on the road in the 72 K5 Blazer, and one thing that really hit me early on driving this is all of the different proportions and dimensions and all the different feelings you get driving this, because even though this has a lot of modern updates to it, a lot of this stuff, you know, comes from a different era. The control stock diameter and length and feel, and a lot of the, you know, various touch points, and even though they're newer, the low back bucket seats take some getting used to, because modern cars, you know, you're used to headrests, you know, and just the feel of the thin rim steering wheel. You know, getting used to that is not a challenge or anything. It doesn't make it a difficult vehicle to drive, but it does take some getting used to. You know, it's got a very different feel to it. Now, as far as all the modern tech in here, it's great, you know, AC, power steering, power brakes, coilovers, all that. But the great thing about all that is it not only does what it's supposed to, make it more pleasant, more livable, more usable, but at the same time, it doesn't neuter what makes these old SUVs cool. You know, it's still got this, you know, a little bit of shake and shimmy to it, a little rawness, a little elemental feel. And as I'm about to show you, it's definitely on the rowdy side, thanks to this new LT1 engine. Here we go. Yeah, it's still still got this, you know, edge to it, you know, like it didn't, Velocity didn't just, you know, overly soften this. They didn't try to turn it into a Rolls Royce, you know. They made it more convenient, more streetable, but at the same time, it's still fun. It's still a little loose and wild, you know. It's a great combination.
You've probably heard that saying, they don't make them like they used to. That's true when it comes to Chevy's current version of the Blazer. That saying also applies to Velocity Restoration's version of the 1972 Blazer. It's not exactly the same as it was more than 50 years ago. It still has the presence and rugged charm of a first-gen Blazer, but there's plenty for fans of modern vehicles to love as well, including a raucous V8, which always has and always will sound great. Big thanks to Velocity Restorations and Wright Toyota for the opportunity to make this video, and thank you for watching it.